Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. So, we are from group 4 and in this video we will explain about two grammar materials. The first material about gerunds and infinitives and the second material about passive voice and active voice. Before we explain the material, I will introduce my group members first. They are Nurul Anissa, Tasya Andayani, Yesa Anggita, Vini Violananda, Syarifah Nazla Al-Qudsi, Nabila Zahra Sentika, and last, me, Saza Triana Risma. So, that's all from me. Enjoy the video.
Hello everyone, so my name is Syarifah Nazla Al-Qudsi and today we're gonna explaining about gerund and infinitive. But first, I want to introduce about gerund first. So when we're talking about gerund, gerund have differences between present participle, that gerund means nouns, while present participle is adjective. I mean like verb that have function as known, as we know. Verb takes position as a predicate in sentence, and then not a subject or object. And then, we're gonna move as gerunds as a part of a sentence. Alright, I have a lot of examples. So, gerund as a subject of a sentence, talking to each other is important things to do. Doing a sport is a must for us. Or maybe gerund as a direct object. Okay, I have an example of a sentence. Sela enjoys singing more than talking with her friends. Or maybe gerunds as an indirect object. Nisa doing a lot of sport every day. Or maybe gerunds as subject of her position. The teacher asks her to taking some picture. Or maybe gerunds is also used with preposition by gerund. Like we can understand it by learning like a go plus gerunds. Like if for example they will go skydiving or certain expression, we have some difficulty to explain it. Alright, maybe that's my explanation for this method of gerund. We're gonna move to the next material.
Common verb followed by gerund. Here are some example verb usually followed by gerund. Abhor, advise, allow, anticipate, appreciate, avoid, can't help, celebrate, confess, defend, delay, discuss, dislike, tirade, endure, escape, feel like, faint, finish, forgive, mention, miss, permit, postpone, prevent, recollect, circ, tolerate, urge, warrant, waste time. Example. First, verb as subject sentence. Reading is a good habit. Swimming can be very fun. Eating people is wrong. Flying make me nervous. Second, verb as object sentence. I love studying. He hates writing. She likes dancing. They need brushing. Third, verb as complement. One of his duties is attending meeting. One of life's pleasure is having breakfast in bed. One of my bad habits is staying up late at night. My hobby is playing tennis. Definition of infinitive. As infinitive is a verb that functions as noun, adjective, and adverb. The function of infinitive verb is to express opinion, purpose of an object, action, and answer the question who, what, and why. The pattern of infinitive usually starts with word to and is followed by the base from a verb.
Okay, next material. Common verb followed by infinitives. Here are some examples of verbs usually followed by infinitives. Like arrange, ask, beg, care, change, claim, come, consent, determine, elect, endeavor, expect, fail, guaranteed, hesitate, hope, hurry, learn, manage, over, prepare, prove, refuse, remind, say, shudder, strive, straighten, venture, wait, wish, yearn. For example, first example is infinitive as noun. 1. I want to swim in the beach. 2. To dance in the stage is her dream. 3. They adore to her beauty. And the last, I took a shower to relax. To a second example, infinitive as adjective. 1. The food I like to make is fried noodles. 2. I want to go home. 3. It is always wrong to cheat on an exam. And the last, it's not easy to say goodbye to someone dear to you. And in the last example is infinitive as adverb. 1. We need a glass cleaner to remove dirt and fingerprints. 2. I come to help you make a short presentation. And 3. To cut the high grass and weeds. I borrowed a lawn mower from my next door neighbor. In the last, I want to join Facebook. I want a friend. And next material B, passive voice and active voice. Definition: passive voices. Passive voices are used to show interest in the person or objective that is being attacked on, and not the person or object that is doing the action. The formula subject plus auxiliary verb plus past participle or verb 3 plus object. Example: a mystery story is read by my mom every night. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tasha Andriani. Here I will presentation about passive voices example. The example is the passive voice is used frequently. We are interested in the passive voice, not in who uses it. The house was built in 1654. We are interested in house, not in who built it. The road is being repaired. We are interested in the road, not in the people who are doing the repairs. Sometimes we use the passive voice because we don't know or do not want to express who performed the action. Example 2. I noticed that a window had been left open. Every year, thousands of people are killed on our roads. All the cookies have been eaten. My car has been stolen. The passive voice is often used in formal text. Switching to the active voice will make your writing clearer and easier to read. Definition of active voices: a form of a verb in which the subject of the sentence is the actor of the verb in the sentence. Active voice is the opposite of passive voice, where the subject is the receiver of the action. The formula or the pattern: subject door of the action plus verb plus direct object or receiver of the action. Example, she drinks coffee every morning. Thank you.
Next, examples. So here are some examples of active voice. Michael forgot to bring his report. Her parents always come home late. He will buy a new laptop tomorrow. They rearranged the chairs for the event. Tom gave Isabella a big teddy bear for her birthday. And last, Kathy had studied for the exam since a week ago. Last, Katie had studied for the exam since a week ago. And next, about the tenses examples of active and passive voice. First, simple present tense. For active, subject plus do or does plus verb 1. For example, my sister washed the car once a week. Passive, subject plus to be, I'm, are, is, plus verb 3 plus by plus object. For example, the car is washed by sister once a week. 2. Present continuous tense. For active, subject plus to be, I'm, are, is, plus verb 1 ing plus object. For example, Claire is painting the scenery right now. For passive, subject plus to be, I'm, are, is, plus being, plus verb 3 plus by plus object. For example, the scene was being painted by Claire. 3. Present perfect tense. For active, subject plus have or has plus verb 3 plus object. For example, many tourists have visited that zoo. For passive, subject plus have or has plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus object. For example, that zoo has been visited by many tourists. 4. Present perfect continuous tense. For active, subject plus have or has plus been plus verb 1 ing plus object. For example, I have been washing the motorcycle. For passive, subject plus have plus has plus been being. For passive, subject plus have or has plus been plus being plus verb 3 plus by plus object. For example, the motorcycle have been being washed by me. 5. Simple past tense. For active, subject plus verb 2 plus object. For example, she kept my novel. For passive, subject plus to be, was, were, plus verb 3 plus by plus object. For example, my novel was kept by her. 6. Past continuous tense. For active, subject plus to be, was, were, plus verb 1 ing plus object. For example, police were questioning people who were passing by when robbers entered. Six. Past continuous tense. For active, subject plus to be, was, were, plus verb 1 ing plus object. For example, police were questioning people who were passing by when robbers entered the store. For passive, subject to be, was, were plus being plus verb 3 plus by plus object. For example, the person who was passing by was being questioned by the police when the robber entered the store.
So today we'll talk about active voice and passive voice. By the way, do you guys know what is active and passive voice? Active voice is tenses, whereas the subject is doing the job and the pattern is depend on the tense. For the past perfect tense, an active sentence is a subject plus had plus verb 3 plus object. For example, a lecturer had taught German language. When it comes, the passive voice, the pattern is to object plus had been plus verb 3 plus by subject. For example, German language had been taught by a lecturer. And so do you all tenses, the pattern is the same like this on the screen. Okay, next for example, past perfect continuous tense. Active, a subject plus had plus been plus verb ing and plus object. For example, Stefania has been preparing a bakery for 2 years before moving to Medan. And passive plus subject plus had plus being and plus verb 3 plus be and plus object. For example, the bakery has been being prepared by Chef Vanya for 2 years before he moved to Medan. Okay, next simple future tense. For active, subject plus will not plus verb 1 plus object. For example, Nabia will finish her homework at 11 o'clock am. And then passive, subject plus will be plus verb 3 plus be and plus object. For example, the homework will be completed by Namia at 11 o'clock am. Next, future continuous tense. For active, subject plus will be plus verb ing and plus object. For example, my sister will be washing the dishes. And this passive, subject will be plus being plus verb 3 plus be plus object. For example, the dishes will be being washed by my sister. And then future okay, next future perfect tense. For active, subject plus will plus have plus verb 3 plus object. For example, they will have completed the project before the deadline. And passive, subject plus will be have been plus verb 3 plus be plus object. For example, the project will have been completed before the deadline. Next, future perfect continuous. Okay, next, for example, future perfect continuous tense. For active, subject plus will plus have plus been plus verb ing plus object. For example, Vinny will have been watering this plant. And then passive, subject plus will plus have plus been being plus verb 3 plus be plus object. For example, this plant will have been being. For example, this plant will have been being watered by Vinny. Okay, that's all from me. The next material will be explained by Yesagita.
Alright, I will continue material about passive voice and active voice. Simple future past tense. Pattern active, subject plus would plus verb 1
plus object. Example, Mita would buy a EXO ticket concert. Pattern passive. Subject plus would plus be plus verb 3 plus by and plus object. Example, a ticket concert EXO would be bought by Mita. Next, future past continuous tense. Pattern active. Subject plus would plus be plus verb 1 ing plus object. Example, my sister would be giving me money. Pattern passive. Subject plus would plus be plus being plus verb 3 plus by plus object. Example, money would be being given by my sister to me. Next, future past perfect tense. Pattern active. Subject plus would plus have plus verb 3 plus object. Example, many students would have spoken English. Pattern passive. Subject plus would plus have plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus object. Example, English would have been spoken by many students. And last, future past perfect continuous tense. Pattern active. Subject plus would plus have plus been plus verb 1 ing plus object. Example, Mr. Alan will have been saying something to me. Pattern passive. Subject plus would plus have plus been plus being plus verb 3 plus by plus object. Example, something will have been being said by Mr. Alan to me. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you.
So that's all from group 4. We apologize if there are mistakes and deficiencies in our material. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.